Hello everyone, and welcome to the vlog. January and February are usually overwhelmed with celebrations for me and my husband Stas. We do not normally celebrate the Valentine's Day that much. It's about experience, right? This year we went to a ramen place and waited for 20 minutes in the line to be seated to eat a bowl of ramen I personally didn't even enjoy, but whatever. February 16 was my husband's birthday. I ordered a cake that says Happy Birthday Cat Dad in Ukrainian. Also, my hubby prepared a gift quest for one of my birthdays, and I love this experience so much. That is why I decided to prepare something similar for him this year. In the morning, I gave him an instruction card that made him look for riddles with locations of the gifts. Those riddles were showing up unexpectedly throughout the day, and we both had so much fun. Stas solving puzzles and looking for the gifts, and me watching him suffer. We also went to the burger place of his choice, First R&D in West Edmonton Mall. He loves their burgers. Recently, I've decided to watch the first season of Bachelor Ukraine, and the most bizarre thing was that for some reason they used soundtrack from the Pirates of the Caribbean throughout the season, which was so uncomfortably epic. Actually, this made me rewatch all movies, and I did feel a bit nostalgic. First three parts of the series are amazing. I do miss these kind of adventure movies, and to some extent I start to remind myself of my mom, who used to watch movies from when she was 20-year-old and kept telling me that those were the best movies ever, and I feel like I'm also getting to this point. But is it me, or movies do seem a little bit more different than they used to be? We bought this Nespresso coffee machine a couple of months ago, and we love it so much. Though the weird thing is that it didn't have the best reviews on the official website for some reason, without usually even giving any specifics. So we did worry a little bit when buying it, but at least so far we've been loving it. And here are some accessories we got for it. This pots organizer. This is made of stone, I think, and I've been loving it. Another thing we've purchased as an accessory is this pots bin. I find it very stylish. We're out of pots, and we did place another order now, and so far over these couple of months we've been tasting all available pots, and hopefully during this last order we're gonna finally go through all of them. But so far there's a system that I came up with. I've been using pots cartons to mark those pots that either we both or my husband or I are gonna stick to, and interestingly enough, there are not that many that we actually enjoyed, though it does seem like there are so many flavors out there. For us, one of the most important factors is convenience. So that's why we decided to stick to pots. Another thing I personally enjoy is that they're recyclable. This is the bag we've accumulated over these couple of months. Every morning we're using 4 pots. So this is what we've got. Oi! This is the first recycle bag we've accumulated, and we haven't gone through the process yet, but there are instructions. So we're expecting a delivery soon. And what we're supposed to do is seal the bag. I've already done that. The day of the delivery, we can place it outside so that when new pots are delivered, they're picking this up. I'm not sure what the delivery day is. That's why I'm just going to place the bag outside now, and hopefully they're gonna pick it up. It's middle of February, and as we were expecting it, it's cold again. It's around -20, and we already know this pattern. When the rest of the world gets ready for spring, exactly the same thing happens in Edmonton. First 2 weeks of February, it feels like spring is coming, but then in the middle of February, it's just winter all over again. It's very cold and snowy, and it's going to be like that for around 6 to 8 weeks. I personally find it a bit harsh, maybe because while you want to go for a walk, get rid of layering, sweaters, and all that kind of stuff, we still have to wait for spring to come. I wish we loved the taste of all of them so that we could stick to this pretty picture. The reality is, some of them we like, some of them we don't. These are the pots we decided to stick to on a regular basis. These are new flavors that we are going to taste and decide whether we're going to keep ordering them or not. They also did pick up the recycled package, which I love. My last project pan update was about 3 products I finished using, and I did blast during a couple of more during the last several weeks. The biggest update will be in a skincare category. I did finish 4 products. 3 of them were pretty small. They all are from MAC Advent Calendar. I do not plan on repurchasing them after Project Pan is over. The only thing is that this Serumizer eye, I feel like my eyes were quite puffy after I was using them. First couple of times I wasn't sure because I do eat a lot of sour food. You can get swollen from that, so I wasn't certain. But then I kept on using it after excluding sour food, and my eyes still were puffy. Maybe there was some sort of a minor allergic reaction, which for me is not uncommon. Another product I have finished is Biotherm Aquasource Deep Serum. You could say there's still kind of something in there. I did try to get it out of the bottle, but the packaging is very inconvenient in order to do so. I tried to flip it over and then to get it out like that. It doesn't seem to go out. I generally like Biotherm cosmetics, but this particular serum is a no-go for me. It has a bit of a strong smell. Skin moisturizing. I started with 12 products. Last update ended up in 10 products. Now it's -4, will be 6. Not bad. The next is Kerastase Serum Resistance. This is the first time I've bought the whole series of hair care products. I've generally enjoyed using Kerastase cosmetics. Love how my hair looks after it. But with this serum, you have to massage it in your scalp after getting your hair clean. It's hard to say whether it had some effect or not, but there is something about using the whole series of products. It feels like your hair routine is complete, but I'm not 100% sure I will be using it again. Hair care. I had 10. Yeah, I do have a lot of that. -1 will be 9. Eye drops. This is something pretty basic. Edmonton is such a dry place. In addition, I do spend a lot of time in front of screens, so I do need something to moisturize my eyes. I did try Blink eye drops before. What I hated about them is the packaging. When I was using the packaging, there was so much product out of it. It would not only go into my eyes, but on my face as well. That is why I decided to try a smaller bottle, and Refresh Tears was my choice. It's generally not bad. I still have 1 bottle to go through, and I might still try something new afterwards. Eye care. 1 more to go through. Vitamin E oil. I am going through tattoo removal process. Hopefully, this is going to be my last session, number 14. Over the last couple of sessions, I've been looking for ways to enhance healing process, and it turns out that people do use vitamin E oil as a healing assistance. It's hard to say if it really works or not. I have no idea, but I still keep rubbing it into my tattoo every night when I watch something. I have 2 more bottles, but of a different oil. I'm just gonna keep rubbing it, hoping it's gonna get better at some point. After I finish all the bottles, I don't plan on replenishing this category. Hopefully, I'm just gonna forget about it. The last product is the soap refill. I just figured since we're using refills anyway, it would be great to find some more eco-friendly options. One of the bottles is through, but since we do have one on every floor, I already ordered a refill that I feel like I would like to stick to overall. These are 8 products. Starting number was 73, then -3, we've already had 70, -8 equals 62. So far, so good. Also, I do want to provide an intermediary makeup update. I decided to focus on using this palette, and I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job. There's a highlighter here, and I've been using it instead of a blush. It feels to me like some sort of a makeup crime if you're really into makeup, but whatever. I'm gonna get there at some point and get myself a blush. Also, as I've already mentioned before, I've been doing makeup quite regularly for the last months. You could say that I'm going through eyeshadows pretty well, so hopefully in a couple of months, this palette will be over. Also, this lipstick I've had for a while now. This is the lipstick I'm wearing at the moment. There's not that much left. Not my favorite one, but I like the color. Also, this mascara I've had since I came to Canada, so 4 years soon. This is the only mascara I'm using right now. I feel like in a couple more weeks, I'm gonna get it over with. I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to. Bye!